Hoo-wee, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie P all day. So, all right, so a long time ago, oh, by the way, what was in my pocket today? The Kubi with that cool front flip. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was in my pocket, and I just used it to open up this. So a long time ago, I used to have this Smith & Wesson knife. It was a, what do you call them? A swing knife, right? And so basically it looked a lot like this, except I think it was a little bit bigger, although that was a long time ago, so maybe I'm just bigger now. But what would happen is you have a knife that looks like this, right? And it would flip out like this, so it would be in the center of the handle. It flips out, and then it turns this way, and that's your knife. So it's not going anywhere because this is all a pretty solid piece, right? But it only had, you know, basically one purpose, and that was self-defense. Mine, back in the day, didn't have a pocket clip, though, and this is the first one I've seen with one. Thought that was pretty unique. So this is a Rough Rider, and it is the RR1979. RR1979 Rough Rider. And I've always missed mine, and there would be things that came across the line throughout the years that would remind me of my old knife and make me think, hot damn, I wish I still had that. And the reason I don't is because, you know, my buddy's dad found it on me and he confiscated it. But he didn't confiscate it because I had a knife, because I always had knives. We always had knives. He confiscated it because it was awesome, and he used the excuse of, you can't be carrying that, because he wanted it. It was so cool. This thing is pretty sweet. 3 3/4 inches closed, 2.5 inch blade, black stone washed pocket clip. That's it. Okay, that's basically it. Like I said, it's a single purpose knife. It's actually, no, that's not even true. I was gonna say it's self-defense, but it's really not, because it's basically like one of those fidgeters, and they have to be broken in, but it's like a fidget knife that can also be used for opening boxes. And oh, look at that, I got some plastic wrap. All right, well, let me cut that off. Well, that works out great. Things like that, but mainly, especially this one, because it's a double edge. It's like a dagger style. It's going to be like a little pocket self-defense knife, and it even has these two little tiny guards, which I guess if you really press against them, you can feel, but they're just two little guards. But I'm really impressed with the fact that it has a pocket clip, because I plan on carrying it now. Here it is in all its beautiful glory. So this is it. So now once they're broken in, it's cool because you hold it like this, and then you go like that, and you flip it. And this would normally, see right here how it's stuck, this is breaking in, because this is so nice. It's good if you don't like accidental things, but you know what I mean? It needs to be broken in, because once it's broken in, you do that, you flip it, and then when it gets to this point, you go like that, and it closes. Boop. So you have it, and you go like that, and you go like that. Ugh, it's gotta break in. But you flick it, and it goes down, and once it's broken in, that's actually really cool. Oh, look at that. It actually went all the way up on that one. Really, really cool. Boom. And then you do that. And it's kind of a fun knife. So it's kind of a fidgety knife. And if you want, you just sit in there. You can play with it with one hand. And we all know you guys have played with it with one hand, you tiny sons of bitches. So, so that, I mean, that's basically it. That's all it is. It's just this really cool boop. And it's already starting to break in a little bit as I play with it. But once it gets to the point where I can just flick it fast, then it becomes even more fun. It's a total collectible piece, and one of those things that you can impress your friends with, because there's a good shot most people haven't ever seen one like this. You know what I mean? Swing knives are, for some reason, rare, even though they're really cool. I don't know why they're rare, because I think everybody would want one if you just... I want a bigger one. That's what I want. Let's develop a bigger one, like a man-sized flipper. But it is really, really cool. They're just fun, especially broken in. I'm just beating a dead horse with that one. Let's see. Does it come sharp? Yep, it comes sharp. I'll have to show you. It comes sharp. Is it shave sharp? Well, I'll tell you what. a little. I mean, you can see right there, it's knocking some hairs off. Is it like super clean, shave sharp, like my my off-grid came, or my Scorpion, or even this came? This might even still be. Oh yeah, I mean that's immediate and right away. And this thing has been getting used like crazy, my little Kubi. But razor sharp on those, sharp on this, and it has to be sharp enough to be a stabber. And that's really what this knife is. This knife isn't going to be your slasher. Can you slash? Obviously you can. But it's got this purpose right here. Boom, 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 boom. And I know I'm not going to stab myself because it only goes this far. So, unless, of course, I go all the way through a hole and start a new one. Then it'll add a new two. But it's really cool. The wound channeling, boom, is really nice. It's just going to do its job. It's sharp enough to take, let's see, a corner off a box. I'll actually come at me. Oh, never come at you. Well, I know what I'm doing. So I know what I'm doing. So yeah, you can obviously shave through a hard corner on a box, do all that. Let's see if we can get a downward stab into multi-pieces of paper. So we got this little pad of invoice type paper here. Don't know if I'm allowed to stab it. It's not mine. So let's do it anyway. So here we go. You notice I whispered because she's over there. Ooh, so let's see how many layers we went through. And that's obviously a short stab because I'm sitting right here. But let's see. We're still going. I didn't expect it to be this many. And I didn't expect it to see this many, and I'll show you once I get to the end. So far it's this many, and that was on a short stab. Just a really short stab, and it's still going. And it's still going. I didn't think, okay, it looks like I'm hitting the end because, so this one is a dent, not a penetration, and it's right where my middle finger is. That little dent right there is how far it got. Let me go a little bit harder, a little bit. Now the problem is this box too is kind of caving in, especially since I just stabbed it to death. But we're going to try that again. We're going to try it again, just a little bit harder. We'll see if we can get even more. Should probably bring you guys down here. All right, so let's see here. And it's really going to be a testament of this little guard, because my hand, if the guard is bad, I'm losing some fingers. All right, one more stab. One more stab. All right, so let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. Let's get rid of that cardboard piece, and now let's find out. Okay, so all these, that's more than half of this pad so far. Still right there, the little puncture. And that's a puncture, and that's a puncture. And that's a dent. So, where did we end up? Let's see. Now, this is a boring video because it's 19 degrees outside, so screw you guys. I'm staying home. Yeah, so you can see it's more than half on just a downward stab from 6 inches. You know, it's like Bruce Lee's 2-inch punch type thing. That's it. I can't wait till this thing breaks in, and it's just going to be even more fun. But already it's just getting to that point where I can just pop. And then once I get to this point, normally it would do that. But here I just have to give it a little hit with the finger. And I'm going to be playing with this thing a lot, so it's going to break free eventually. But really cool, man. And let's see, they're dirt cheap. They're dirt cheap. Hello. So what was this thing? What was this thing? This guy right here, free shipping. So this is shipping included. Was $13.39 on eBay. So the Rough Rider, I believe it was the 1979. Is that what it was? What am I looking for? It's right here. 1979. So the 1979 Rough Rider, and it's called a swing knife, swing folding knife. I think this thing is crazy cool. I think it's crazy cool. It's just a sweet little blade. And I've missed mine for so long that I'm really happy I pulled the trigger on this. I'm actually searching for more, see if I can find a bigger one. If not, I might just have to develop one and have it made something more my speed or my taste as far as size. But as far as anything else, I mean, this thing is really cool. It lines up really nice too. You see, it lines up really nice. Boop, boop, boop. Pretty sweet. Let's see if we can, we got that little cardboard out here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I wanted to do some like feathering with it. But we got all of that. We got all that. Now remember, this is not your cutter. Even though it will open up boxes and tear open some envelopes. And if, you know, you like to have fun with the boys at work and you work at a place where you have to open boxes, you know, let's say you're at a department store or a Home Depot type thing, bring in one of these and whoosh, tearing open a box, everybody's just going to want to play with it. I mean, it's just one of those deals. And then you get to tell them no, and they'll be jealous. It's just the way it is. But it's starting to break off. I got to remember, this pivots, right? You see this? So I keep grabbing it. I keep grabbing it on the pivot, forgetting that it's going to pop open on me. I got to grab it from the side. That way that doesn't happen. But anyway, this is your knife, the Rough Rider for under $14, under $13.50. It's $13.39. Free shipping. That's pretty good for a knife that A, works, and B, is kind of fun. And C, will be like a conversational piece too. People are going to say, dude, where did you get that thing and why don't I have one? And even though it's a little tiny beanie blade, I wouldn't want it in my neck. I'm not going to lie to you. So, it's a short video. It's a easy video. It's just showing you this really cool little piece that it's one of those kind of things that if you're a knife collector, this is kind of what you want to have, is something unique and different. And who knows, maybe the more people that go out and buy them, maybe it'll entice people to keep making more. But that's it for that one. We're going to call it. It's just 19 degrees outside, man. It's freaking freezing. It might even be less. It was 19 degrees about 2 hours ago, and now it's completely dark outside, so I'm guessing it's probably closer to 15. But that's it for that one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play with that. Keep my Kubi alive. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next night.